Hello, everyone. We're back. One more live stream for the month of August. As crazy as the month has been, can't say I'm not glad that it's over. Ready to look forward to September. Hopefully, some calmer times for our family and more adventures, cooling temperatures, some fall nature stuff. Yeah, this was kind of a weird summer for us. Second half of summer, but we're gonna try and go strong as we approach fall here in Chicagoland. Welcome to another live stream. I'm really excited about this one. I have been anticipating this one for a while. I've been teasing this for a while. I hope you have watched my previous video that I released, I think 2 videos ago now. My OG Super Nintendo and Atari 2600. Yes, I dug out my original Super Nintendo from the North Lake boxes. And we're ready to start gaming and live streaming from my OG Super Nintendo. Right here, yeah, I've teased this in previous live streams. Here's some of the Atari 2600 stuff. Today is not about the Atari 2600. That's a down the road thing. It's all about the Super Nintendo, and it's going to be a big part of future live streams here. I'm really excited about this. I'm excited about having a physical system now that I can go through these antique shops and, the Volo Auto Museum and America's Antique Mall, things like that. Start looking for physical Super Nintendo games to buy. We already have the Wii, but most of my systems up to this point are these preloaded systems. The Ataris, Sega Genesis, Mini Super Nintendo. Yeah, we got a big one and a mini into our original Nintendo. We do have the Wii, so we've been buying games for that, but the next chapter of our live streams has begun, and I'm pretty excited about it. We got a chock full of games from our Super Nintendo. I went through those in multiple videos now. I briefly did it in the OG Super Nintendo and Atari 2600 video, part 3 if you want to call it, and then also, I believe, part 1 where we go through the North Lake boxes. But yeah, these are my entire collection of Super Nintendo games. Are we going to get through all of them? Hey, eventually. There's a lot of stuff in here that we do not have on this mini system, and again, most of these I picked out myself, so a lot of these are right up my alley. A couple of them are definitely, I think, centered around my dad, like Battleship. Definitely my dad probably had an influence on that. And this opens up a whole nother world as well. Our Super Game Boy. Oh, yes. Yes. If you want to see a little demo of that, go back again to that OG Super Nintendo Atari 2600 video, where I demo that briefly with that Gator pinball game. Oh, yeah. That will be as part of the live streams as well. I'm still going to continue using that little Nintendo Game Boy Advance thing, but now I can put my Game Boy games, and only the original Game Boy games in here, and show it on the big screen. A lot easier for live streaming. So also, it was one of the main reasons I dug this out, was to see if I still had this, and it works. This works. That works. I haven't tested every single one of these cartridges, but they all seem to work. At least the ones I've tested. So yeah, I was super excited. And if you watched that video, you kind of had an idea, I think, what my first one was going to be that I was going to play. I did also briefly test it out in that said video. Beavis and Butt-Head. Oh my gosh, Beavis and Butt-Head. Now, you might not get it from my personality, but I was a huge Beavis and Butt-Head fan back in the day, in the 90s. Like, many probably are South Park fans or Family Guy fans these days. Beavis and Butt-Head was my thing. It was also my dad's thing. We bonded over a lot of Beavis and Butt-Head episodes. I heard a lot of language and stuff that I was probably shouldn't have. But you know, I got away with it because it was my dad's thing. Like, it wasn't as I would say raunchy as Family Guy, but there was a lot of potty humor. Uh, it was a thing, and I really want to get back into this game. I kind of stunk at it to our first little playthrough, so I definitely got a little learning. But yeah, that's gonna be our main focus for tonight. We'll see how this goes. Again, we always have a chance of switching over to other games, but tonight we're just focusing on the Super Nintendo and our games in here. So don't worry, we'll get back to some of the old school Atari stuff. We'll get back to Roblox, etc. But again, super excited. We got another element to mix into our live streams and gaming here at Wayne's Arcade World, and I do have it hooked up via actually not these RCA connectors, but and again you can watch it in the video. We have the little box which hooks up into our coax. So again, I have an RCA back there, the RCA here that hooks up to the two Ataris, and I still had a free coax. It just so happens to be what I used in my room originally, my original TV. I had a TV kind of similar to this, except it was black. I don't know if it was quite this big, but it had the kind of sort of true flat screen type thing. Flat screen, but made to kind of resemble one. And we had the coax, but I still need to get my cable and the VCR. So what I would do, the cable would go into one VCR under my TV. Coax would go to the second VCR. That allowed me to like copy tapes and stuff like that. And then another coax would run from that second VCR right into the bottom here, and then into the TV, so I could have two VCRs, or eventually I probably had a DVD. I know I did. I had a DVD VCR combo and a regular VCR. They're actually still in that closet over there. I think both of them. And then I also had my Super Nintendo hooked up in my room. Our Nintendo 64, which I think was lost in the North Lake house fire, was in the North Lake house in the family room. But the Super Nintendo was always the thing in my room. And I think before the Super Nintendo, I probably had the original Nintendo hooked up in my room as well. Eventually, the original Nintendo, I think, went into Wayne's Arcade World version 2.0. I could be wrong in that, down in the basement, but for the longest time, this guy was in my room. So let's get started with this. This has a really funny and cool intro. I think you guys will enjoy this game. Yeah, Beavis and Butt-Head's still out there. You can find it on YouTube. Obviously, I don't think it's being rebooted or anything like that anytime soon. Although I heard he's up to doing something with the franchise again. I don't know. It's Mike Judd. I think he's also connected to like the King of the Hill. So, and some of the characters from King of the Hill appear in Beavis and Butt-Head. The main character, the propane guy, he appears originally in Beavis and Butt-Head. If you remember the show Daria, she originally appeared in Beavis and Butt-Head. She was kind of the, sort of emo girl. She went on and did her own show. They all originated basically from Beavis and Butt-Head. Oh, so all right, I'm super excited to get this started here. Get this hooked up. All right. All right, no chat yet. Okay. All right, thank you guys for joining. And again, if any of my Roblox fans are out there, I do apologize. Will not be any Roblox tonight, but we'll get back to that soon. We'll be traveling those virtual malls, all that good stuff soon enough. Today, just focused on the Super Nintendo. I hope there's not too much glare back there. Oh, I might have to turn down some of my decorations down there. See how this volume again. Tell me, do not try this at home. I believe that's how they start the episode. Cool. Alright, will it be with the Butthead talk here? Oh man, this is such a throwback. Of course, this was on, obviously, as you can see, MTV. The whole basic premises of Beavis and Butt-Head was they watched clips of music videos, made fun of said videos, and in between making fun of their videos, go on their shenanigans, get in their trouble. One of the most famous ones you might remember is where the dog, they put the dog in the laundry machine and like going washing the dog, that's the whole song. Look it up if you want to look it up. A lot of stuff here that would not be considered PC today. I'll just tell you that much. So, again, I don't think anyone will get too offended by anything in this game. Again, it's mostly very Simpsons, left to right type style game. Very similar vibe to that, basically. Nothing super complicated, which is my type of game. Alright, let's get this started. I was kind of seeing, okay. Alright, glare shouldn't be too bad here. You just see my open sign back there, but whatever, that's fine. Uh-oh. My controller's not working out. Alright, we did test this out before. I have to switch controllers or something. Yeah, I hope I don't have to go out searching for more controllers. I mean, it should be easy enough to find, but...
This is gonna be cool.
There we go. Oh, boy, do we have a bad controller? Oh. Interesting. These controllers are old, but this one seems to be working. Hopefully. There we go. Alright, come on, work. We're doing live stream. I need no technical difficulties here. Yeah, it might be worth the investment, though, to kind of get some generic Super Nintendo-like controllers and just kind of have them. Yeah. But I think this one's okay. Yeah, kind of limited dialogue, so you have to kind of read along.
Work hard, dude.
And we start out at Highland High School.
Work hard, dude. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
sucks. Hey, it's Daria. Yeah, there she is. The speed of Daria. There she is.
Yeah.
That was their teacher, and the principal was in the suit. Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of here, all you peoples. Get away from me. Alright, sounds like we have a boss battle coming up here. Don't honestly remember who this was. I think he is supposed to. I remember the show, right? I think that dude in the blue shirt is like the school bully, the stereotypical school bully from the 90s. Although I could say for experience that some very people you would not expect to be a bully in the 90s were bullies. Very scrawny little dudes who thought they were all that. I can tell you from personal experience. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to avoid the showers. For Beavis, it don't really matter because we're playing as Butt-Head here. Timed that well. Dang it. This is getting annoying. Yeah, obviously we gotta switch the stupid thing or something. I don't even know how to do this now. Oh! Okay. We can throw a Beavis. I forgot about that. Get out of here. That's what we have to do. It'll turn the water off. Okay. It's been a while since I played this. There you go. Turn it off for me. Thank you. You're cool. Thank you, Beavis. I don't know who that character is. I think the one that just kind of threw us was like the football coach or something. Yeah, that's good. I don't really like that room. Ooh, we got a coin. Nice. I don't know what we can do with that. I don't remember what we do with the coin, but... Alright, and just checking if we had any new chats. I can always tell when Tyler's in the live streams and when he's not in the live stream. When he's not here, it's much quieter. Did I want to go in that door? No, I don't know. Alright. So it's the A button that tosses him. Just in the odd chance that you're playing this game. So we have 2 lives left. You'll see the 2 on the top left. I don't know if we get continues after that or if we have to start over. I kind of got it. Alright, well, I really don't want to be in this room, so we're getting out of here. Oh, so that's how we get that pizza that we threw. I would kind of do that. Alright, not really giving us a choice. I guess we have to keep on going now if we're here. Yay. Ah, this dude's really ticking me off too. Oh, I bet I could get something from those vending machines with those coins. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, well, at least we got to that world. I hope they do have a continue option. I don't remember. I hate starting over from the beginning. I hate when games make you do that. We are on our last life. Okay, we're in boss mode here, guys. And keep in mind, this is the OG Super Nintendo, so we don't get no save states. Like my little mini system where I can save my progress and go back to it. When you turn it off, it's gone. I mean, some games had passwords to go to the next level. They got a picture on it? Forgot about that. Oh, that's funny. Well, we got past this world, so that's cool.
Yeah.
There, you can mess around with this. Oh, there we go. We have a password here. All right. Well, let's. The only way I can really do this is to get a screenshot of my phone. We can, I guess, go back to this. Okay. All right. Password has been achieved. And don't go take my password now. Although it's probably sure it's just in there. password for each level, but I'm glad to have it anyway. I have to type all that in. Jeez. All right. Just in case I didn't go through that, I'll take one. There we go. Okay. All right. On to the next world, I guess. Couch fishing. All right.
What matter, dude?
We're there, dude. Oh God, I forgot about this game.
Whoa.
It's like a little bonus game thing.
Not cool.
Oh, apparently don't hit the little lady though. Okay, well we didn't do good at that game. Alright, Streets of Highland. Alright, that's the town obviously they live in. Similar to King of the Hill. I think
What matter,
it's basically the same town the King of the Hill would be based out of in Texas or whatever. Got all that stuff created by Mike Judge.
Whoa.
We got the old angry lady. Remember the dogs. Hit the mailboxes now. So eat the eggs. And honestly, you'll see there are a lot of similar used assets. Obviously, this is Super Nintendo. You only got so much room. So a lot of reused assets or sprites or whatever you want to call them. It's not a Nintendo Switch, so.
Yeah.
Lost my little thing there. Alright, oh, the fence thing. Okay, I kind of remember this. Beavis, get back up here. I'll quit messing around.
Yeah.
And the whole water thing, very similar to the toilet. Again, you kind of see all the similar assets were used. I really don't like this water thing though. There we go. Alright, let's find out. Can we ever continue here?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, let's start me over from the beginning.
This is gonna be cool.
Hey, Tyler, I'm doing pretty good. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty well. Alright, let's see. Password. Alright, let's see if we can get back into it. I have the screenshot here. So I think this might pause the live stream for a moment. So yeah, just give me one moment here. All right, we're back. We've got in it. That was a little tricky to figure that out. So I had to basically recreate all those password steps using the select button. Then I had to hit start, and then go back to one player from there. I thought it wasn't working at first. I didn't realize you had to switch each one. It was really weird, pain in the butt. But we're back and
We're here, dude.
we're at the streets of Highland again. Ah, Beavis and Butt-Head. Yeah, that's Beavis and Butt-Head was definitely, it was on MTV back in the day. It had a lot of the same sort of vibes and jokes, although not quite as, maybe quite as raunchy as like you might think of South Park or Family Guy. That was our version in the 90s. You know, a lot of the MTV potty humor and jokes. Really cool show to look into if you're into that sort of thing. But yeah, if you like South Park or like Family Guy, Beavis and Butt-Head is actually what started both King of the Hill and Dario were both kind of offshoots of this show. Hank, you know, for King of the Hill, he appeared in Beavis and Butt-Head originally, as well as Daria. She ended up getting her own show. So yeah, it all kind of offshooted off of Beavis and Butt-Head. So now the continue did work, but we did not gain our lives back, so that kind of stinks. So you could do a continue with the password, but you don't get full lives. You have to start again. That kind of stinks. So we'll see where we get with this one. Otherwise, maybe we'll do one more run from the beginning again. You know, we got our cobwebs out. Maybe we'll do a little better. And I thought if we did the password, we were going to get the full four lives or whatever, and it doesn't look like it, unfortunately. So yeah, not really a true continue, right? It just kind of lets you start back from where you were. So kind of stinks, but.
Yeah.
show was on kind of early mid 90s, somewhere around there. You know, this was kind of on the days where MTV was still kind of playing music, but also music videos, but still also had shows. I don't even know what MTV does these days, but the premise of the show basically, again, well, this is not the most complicated show or characters. You know, basically these two teenagers who are kind of dumb. Throughout the show, they'll watch a music video or a portion of it, make fun of it, you know, with all the big, you know, kind of 90s, you know, dude, this sucks, and all this sort of thing. Making fun of the video, and then in between making fun of the videos, you know, they kind of go on their shenanigans, get in trouble, stuff like that. That's kind of basically the whole thing, and it's a kind of become a cult thing. They eventually came out with their own movie, Beavis and Butt-Head Do America. I think something was rebooted, if I'm not mistaken. Mike Judge, who kind of did this, and King of the Hill, and all sorts of. I think he rebooted something. So. Oh, MTV Cribs, yeah, I could say I watched that. Yeah, no, I definitely watched that. I went a mix between MTV and VH1. I liked VH1 just because it had actually played more music videos and stuff. But I did watch some of the MTV shows. Yeah, I seen MTV Cribs. One of the earliest reality shows. And we died. I think that's gonna be it. All right. Well, we'll start. We'll do one more round here. MTV Road Rules. It was a reality thing. It was right up my alley. They, you know, a group of strangers get together and they're in a big RV and they cross the country and do challenges and all that sort of thing. And that was a really, really cool show. One of the very, very early ones. But also while they were doing that, I forgot what the heck it was even called now. One of the original ones where they put the strangers in the house and they had to live together and all that. Again, kind of some of the earliest quote unquote reality televisions, yeah. So, yeah. So okay, not a true save state. That's kind of unfortunate. I forgot about that. You can't really. It's no true continue, so we're gonna have to just basically start over. I guess I'll let this go for you again, Tyler, since you didn't see this originally. Oh, hey, Paco. Very good to see you. Welcome. And hey, you remember my dad? Okay. Oh, that's cool. I don't know who comes in here who kind of knows my family and who doesn't. You know, kind of used to people not really actually remembering my family or if they even knew it. But I guess you knew me back from the North Lake days, and yes, I do remember that Beavis and Butt-Head keychain. I do remember that well. That was Oh, okay. You know, actually, no, I know who you are now. You used to work with my dad. Okay. I remember him telling me that someone that used to work with him was watching my channel. Okay. He told me about you, but that he couldn't remember what your username was. So I was never able to know. Okay, well, that's cool. Awesome. Welcome. Got to actually finally meet you on the live stream here. Thanks for joining. Yeah. No, yeah, that's right. I'm assuming that's the... Yeah, I remember my dad having I keep on forgetting get those coins. Yeah, I remember that. It had like 3 or 4 different sayings or something on it like that, I remember. Yeah, definitely this was one of the shows me and my dad bonded over Beavis and Butt-Head. was supposed to catch that food. Press down and run out of the thing. Oh, that's cool. You got to talk to my dad. Okay, good. Well, I guess kind of keep up to. Yeah, he's doing well. Living, as you know, he's living with one of our family friends right now, and it's doing well. He's not too far from where I live up here in McHenry, so that's nice. I get to see him a little bit more often now than I did in North Lake. So, given all the situations, so it's at least we get to see each other a little bit more now. Daria, there's Daria. So that's Daria. She's the one that had to spin off of the show as well. Briefly showed there. She wasn't in the actual show a lot, but she did kind of appear. And, they tried to pick her up or whatever, and she just wasn't having it. She was she was the early emo type girl back in the 90s, and she's like, yeah, I don't really care about you guys, But she was funny. She was one of my favorite characters, too. I always liked Daria. And like I said, yeah, she had a spin-off show on MTV. King of the Hill, did its whole, believe it or not, did its whole spin-off thing. How about your pizza? Right here. Yeah. Another interesting thing is it's not actually a points-based system. You don't really gain those coins to go in the vending machine, but there's really not. It's just beating this guy without yourself getting beat up, basically. Alright, we're gonna put this on pause 1 minute. I'll be right back. As you know, with my wife being off her feet right now, I'm actually a laundry person right now, so I gotta switch some stuff over. So, kind of keep that moving. So, if you watch that screen, take a little break. I'll be back in a moment. Okay? welcome back, guys. Thank you for the patience on there. So I got about an hour to go on that round, and then there I'll finish up the live stream, and then I'll run the last batch, and then yeah, that'll be about it for tonight. I have to get up a little early tonight, so I can't stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning today, unfortunately. But got a busy kind of day. I'm also working on Labor Day. Working on Labor Day this year for some overtime. It was available and kind of needed with my wife being out of work right now, so kind of had to take it. Yeah. So yeah, gonna be kind of odd schedule, but still possible I might do another live stream Tuesday. I was hoping last Tuesday, and unfortunately it never happened, but so I'm not gonna promise anything, but we will try again Tuesday if we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
got our butts kicked last time, literally. Yeah, well, it's not double time, but it's overtime, so time and a half. It'll be time and a half. I have kind of a weird schedule. Monday's not a normal schedule, so it's a combination of holiday pay and overtime pay. It's good. It'll pay pretty well. Have a good night. Good to see you. I do appreciate you joining. I'll definitely I'll subscribe or something just so I remember your your username there. So, but yeah, thank you for joining. And hope to see you again in our live stream. Definitely feel free to check out my 800 something videos or whatever we're at right now. No, that's not what we want to do. Get over there. Get. Yeah. Hate that dude. Alligators typically go out of a toilet, right? I always forget about that dude. He's so annoying. You made me miss my pop thing. This game's harder than it seems. This is easy mode, keep in mind. You're focused on that thing, and then it just comes out of nowhere. That's so annoying. That's it. This game is now I remember why I get so frustrated about this game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Alright, that is Beavis and Butt-Head. I don't know if anyone is still online here, but you know what? Because we did this last time around, why not?
This is gonna be cool.
Told you I had this. NBA Jam for the Super Nintendo. I also have NBA Jam Tournament Edition. I will do dedicated live streams with this. At some point too, because we want to play the Tournament Edition as well. But let's do the OG right here. The one I'll actually, I think, be a lot better at than I was in the last stream. There's a lot less features on this one, less sounds, less players, but oh, that's right. You can start do like a career thing here too, which is nice. So a password. I think that is. That's weird. I forgot how. I guess we use passwords just for to go to each one or something. let's... Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that for now. Skip that. Yeah, in the original version here, you can only literally do Pippin and Grant. There's a lot more players in the Term Edition, so... Okay, we'll this is a little teaser. We'll dig much more into this in a future live stream, I guarantee you. Facing our rivals to the north, Milwaukee Bucks. How ironic. Jordan never appeared in these games. Fun fact. I'm pretty sure it was licensing issues. They couldn't afford to put Jordan in the game. I don't think he ever appeared in the Tournament Edition one either. Yeah, trying to figure out how to play this on the Wii was very, very tricky. Very,
Wild shot!
it was very interesting.
So good!
This is also very similar to, you'll probably remember the original arcade version. They had a NBA Jam and a Tournament Edition for arcade as well. A lot of memories of this game in the arcades, and you know, they had this in a lot of arcades. They had this in all those service plazas back when they would have arcade games in them. I remember in particular there being one of these in a service plaza in Indiana. Yeah, on my way out to West Virginia, played a lot of arcade games, and almost every single one of them, basically every one of them, in Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, the past pods would have a set of arcade games, and you quite often would find either an NBA Jam or an NBA Jam Term Edition. What I thought was kind of cool is in the arcade version, it would tell you like what the most popular team was. You know, so you know, Chicago was often the top team, but then get to Indiana or Ohio, you might see, you know, the Pacers up there or the Cavaliers. You know, again, kind of the nerd me, I was kind of like looking at that based on geographical region, you know. Oh, okay, we're in Indiana, we're the Pacers on the top 10 played games, you know. But, you know, often the Bulls would still be on top, but... Can we get him on fire? It's good!
From downtown! Ugly shot! From downtown!
Yeah, I don't know why I let Horace Grant shoot 3-pointers.
Yes.
You never could in real life either.
Stolen. Yes.
Alright, it's halftime, and the only option we really have for switching players is swapping of who's going to be the primary one. That's the halftime report. Get very, very, very basic. And NBA Jam Tournament Edition was obviously a much, much better, more exciting game, but I have both, and if you watch the video, you'll know that I actually... Oh, we can't switch. Oh, dang, okay. We can't switch. Yeah, wow, okay. You can't switch at all in this. Okay. Oh, I forgot about that. You can switch a lot of players in Tournament Edition. For two. Yes. Yes. Kaboom! Yeah, I just knocked my own player down. No, we don't want him to heat up.
For two.
Ah, Horace, you stink!
For two.
Jesus, Horace, shooting bricks. Oh, hey, well, yeah, you missed Beavis and Butt-Head, unfortunately. You have to rewind for that one. This is our bonus material. We're going back to NBA Jam again. Except this time on my Super Nintendo. My original Super Nintendo.
The rebound. Yes. Wide open. Wide open.
There we go. Got our glass break in here. Very nice. I didn't go 10. I don't know what you're talking about.
Quit.
Oh, Milwaukee wins. Oh well. I know, terrible. Alright, so yes, we did Beavis and Butt-Head. Again, it's back in the beginning of the live stream. Feel free to replay that. Yes, we did play that. A lot of interesting games in here. I think to end out our live stream, I'll kind of do another demonstration of what we could do here with the Super Game Boy. Wife is doing well. She's doing well. We got another doctor's appointment coming up just to kind of see how the foot is progressing. But we're hoping to get an all clear. That is the goal. I think sometime later in the week, or early next week, something like that. Alright, I'll show you. Let me grab one of the Game Boy ones here. I'm not sure what one yet, but it'll show you how exactly that will look, and we're going to be doing a lot of that also in future live streams. Alright, so now this is kind of interesting. We've already done this one on a live stream. I've done most of the Game Boy ones, but I think this will be an interesting one to show. I'm going to be doing a live stream soon of a bunch of retro games on the Super Nintendo, so I'll save that, for future live stream because we got some of the retro games on the Game Boy as well, so I think it'd be nice to kind of mix some of that together. But yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan, we did this once or twice on a live stream. So, yeah, basically this. Again, if you haven't watched that video I did, this just hooks into here. Boom. Just like that. Plug it in. And you're good to go. You do have this little sort of background thing here, but you got a full-on, full screen here. Kind of cool, huh? This will only work on the original Game Boy ones. Not any advanced or whatever. So obviously it's a good thing that I still have that little Game Boy Advance thing. This is nice. This is a lot easier to do for live streaming, that's for sure. And it plays pretty well, Yeah, I definitely got this pretty quickly after it came out. I knew I was going to want this for sure. Yeah, TMNT, the Turtles of Time, I remember that one well. I like the original better, but I remember the Turtles of Time. I actually had, through my cousin, I had a copy of that. For the last few years before I moved out of my childhood home, I had a generic cabinet that let you play any of the JAMA boards, basically. So you can put multiple games into a cabinet thing, and my cousin let me use one that he had. And one of the PCB boards or whatever that he let me borrow was for TMNT and Time. I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure I have some digital photos. If I could dig some up, I'll definitely show it to you. But I did technically have Turtles of Time game for a little bit. And I'm pretty sure I had the original one for the Nintendo as well, but again, I think that got lost either with the house fire, or it might be in storage. Again, I'm not really sure what happened to the Nintendo games. But I have the Super Nintendo ones, though, obviously. Oh, nice, yeah, that's, hey, that's the way to do it. If it plays good, you know, hey, that's yeah, it's definitely, now that I have the new laptop, that's definitely an area that I kind of have to get into a little bit more, start getting some more of that, more of those type of games on there, you know. I never know, like, with, like, as far as, like, putting that sort of stuff out there on YouTube, you know, they'll come striking down my channel or whatever, so it's kind of one of the main reasons I haven't gone down that road too much yet with, like, live streams and stuff. Like, I just don't know how much they let you do, you know, like, everything I've done so far is basically legit, you know, it's like... Even there was one site that I was playing some like old DOS games on and stuff, you know, and DOS games online, that's sort of sus as it is, and like, I still didn't touch anything they had that was like in the Nintendo franchise, because, you know, they're notorious for striking anything down they don't like, so. Something easier just to stay away from with that group. Oh, they got Raphael. Samson. Alright, Michelangelo. Alright, Donatello, it's up to you. It might be possible. I forget which one of the last live streams I did. It said something about, well, it was a combination of some Roblox stuff, and I was playing old DOS games on PC, and they might have. I have to look to see if they have it. Yeah. And again, it's one of these you can't really like. Again, I don't know about the legit. It's just one of these they. It's again, you can kind of see how it is in the live stream, you know, but it's you play it in the browser basically, so it's not like an actual download thing. You know, again, they claim that it's all legit on the site or whatever, but you know. And there's a couple of them. I forget. You know, I'd have to look back at which one had the DOS games. There's a couple of them, like retrogames.cz or some kind of weird domain or whatever, and something about DOS games too. Another one, and Yeah, it just kind of opens it up. It basically puts like DOSBox in a browser, and I've been to various ones of those before. You know, it's like, and as long as it's in the browser, I'm not too worried about it. There was someone, one of my regular live stream folks was like, "Oh, you're gonna worry about getting a virus?" And I'm like, "Well, with that, once where it plays in the browser, I'm not as worried about it." But okay, that's not something, you know, I'm gonna do a lot on the live stream because I don't know how legit it is, but and I wouldn't mess with any major franchise, you know. I don't think anyone's too worried about me playing like an old DOS game from 1995, but yeah, I don't really mess with the franchise stuff too much on here, so. I've never done a lot with the sim games, believe it or not. I watch LGR and some tech channels, and, you know, their reviews of it and stuff, so I kind of follow up on it, but I've never played it too much. Baxter Stockman, the scientific geek fly guy. Always was one of my favorite. Yeah, Donnie was always my favorite, mainly because of he was a techie guy, you know, so that's why Donnie was always my favorite. Scorched Earth Tank. I don't know if I've ever played that one or not. That one I'm not too familiar with. Alright, but we're going to wrap it up for tonight, I think. I actually, like I said earlier, have to get up a little earlier than I normally do. Because of my work schedule, so. Yeah, that's a Super Game Boy. You're going to see a lot more of this in future live streams, so I guarantee you. Yeah, like I said earlier, maybe Tuesday night again, possibly. We might try to do a little live stream. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna look into that game. I'm not too familiar with it, but I will look into that. That looks like something I would definitely be interested in checking out. Yeah, I will have to check that out. All right. Well, thank you, Ender Watts, for joining. And let's see, did I miss anyone else? Paco, I know you've already signed out, and Tyler, I think you have signed out for the evening as well. But thank you guys for all the chats tonight, and hope you have a good night, and maybe again, like I said, we'll see you possibly Tuesday night. So, thank you guys for joining, and yeah. There you go. Oops, upside down. There you go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Follow the Foot Clan. Thank you, appreciate it. Hopefully we have a very smooth day tomorrow. That's my hope, fingers crossed. But anyway, we will see you guys soon. Talk to you later.